Besides construction of regular housing, you find it. But if not, if it's a castle, if it's a place of war, you had to complete the construction very quick. So therefore, in the early time, 3,000 years ago and more, or even more than that, this is the kind of stone you have. You cut it as rough as you can get it and put it together, and this was a wall. I'm outside, in this case, outside the city, and this is the gate. So this is the gate. Now this gate, it doesn't belong to the other gate, okay? It's from different levels, because what did I say before, 23 layers? Look what happens here to the gate. All of a sudden you have a gate here, it's straight. See the paving stones? This is original, whatever you see here is original. We call this the shape of an E gate, E. See the shape of it?
Yeah.
It's an E gate, the way these niches we have, okay? But it's straight. Later they're going to be smarter. You know what they're going to do to the gate? They're going to develop a gate of a zigzag. A sharp angles.
So that the enemy
for the protection cannot go straight through.
Yeah.
Okay? Look at the shape of an E. Of this location we have a lot of rocks, as you see. You can imagine that we talking about rock construction of the shape of a circle or squares, and we understand that this is the location where many layers of altars built by the settlers of Megiddo from the early times. Maybe Canaanites first, certainly Canaanites first, and then also this is where we had the high places the Bible talks about. High places, we refer them to sites of offerings, to offer sacrifices, because we learned that every fortified city had to have high places, because if it's fortified, you need to keep it 365 days a year. You had to have guards every day of the year. If that's the case, then how do you answer that story if the Bible tells us that you must go to the house of God in the high holidays of Passover, Pentecost, and Tabernacles for the offerings of the people, for the people to go to give their offering to the temple in Jerusalem? You're going to have people staying here in these high holidays because they're on their guard duty. So you have to give them the right to be able to offer their offerings to God in the same time when the others are in Jerusalem. And this is how we are learning from archaeology that in every fortified city we do find traces of an altar and a small temple for the offerings of the people of the time of King Solomon and Ahab and others. Also, the high places of the Israelites of the time of the Bible were also found here. The structure you see, the layer of rocks you see there, if it would be above it, you could see it's a circle. That was an altar of sacrifices of the Canaanite time, of the Canaanite. The reason why the temples were located in this location, we believe that it is facing the valley of the clash, of the wars, and the enemies would come or would fight there. So the settlers believed that this is where you place the location of the temple for the spirit of the temple to help the protection of your people, of the valley, to help you in the battle. So it was located facing the enemy, where the enemy is coming from. The trench goes far down. There are many layers, but you only find the altars like in this location.
We are limited with our view of the horizon because of the haze. Usually you can see so far away and then discover more and more. People used to sacrifice their first children on that.
The altar of sacrifice.
And You see steps there going up to it?
Around the circle right here in that square.